spot in what has otherwise been a relatively bleak season for the Giants. He's rushed for at least 100 yards in 3 straight games. His athleticism, tremendous, including that hurdle that we saw over the weekend. Here's Saquon on the athletic achievement, a.k.a. the hurdle.
Yeah, that one was just, sometimes your body just takes over. You just react. And I know I said before, sometimes you can predetermine because you watch film. But in that situation, I just caught the ball, and my body just, for some reason, told me to go up. And I went up.
All right, here we go. Pick 6. Best hurdles of the season. Alvin Kamara up the middle. Almost over.
What's crazy about this one is Joyner doesn't even really go low on him. I mean, look at Joyner basically, like he stays high, fairly high.
I mean, his head's up. I mean, he didn't even bend his head.
Oh, well, he still showed off some pretty good leaping ability. This is week 12, Seahawks, Panthers. Chris Carson up the middle, leaps over Eric Reed, does a flip, sticks the landing, keeps right on rolling.
The segment isn't so good for basically every running back coach at any level who the first rule they tell you is don't leave your feet, especially at the goal line, but anywhere in the open field, don't leave your feet. Well, running backs are like, we're just that talented, we can do it.
That had a half twist to it, too, just so you know. That wasn't even a straight flip.
Perfect 10 on the landing. How about Christian McCaffrey? Panthers, Bucks. He catches a screen pass, cuts up hurdles over Carlton Davis.
He kept going.
He kept going.
I was just going to say, which actually makes this much more, this much more of a hurdle than the other ones, by the way. This is the first one where you actually, you continue to go.
I feel like it's a new stat, YAA.
Well, first, he is also first player in NFL history with 5 straight games of 50-plus rushing yards and 50-plus receiving yards.
Wow. See, that's why we invited Phil. Yep. Nice work, Phil. Zeke Elliott, handoff.
This
hurdles over Trey Sullivan. He looks like an Olympic hurdler on this leap.
That one.
What's amazing is he did the hard part. That was the hard part.
Yes.
And then the 15-yard line got him.
A turf monster is just vicious sometimes.
I think his quads froze up.
A little bit after. He wasn't used to it.
Moss picks up he too picks up picked up a few extra.
Spread eagle.
Right?
I'm wondering what.
In week 3,
now we got quarterbacks doing it.
Rookie QB with the hurdle.
Number one, because
this is really a bad idea, I feel like.
Yeah, not exactly what coaches are coaching. This is like the anti-slide, right?
No. You're right. No. The get down or get out or just leap over.
Yeah. That's a long ways away from a slide.
You don't want to take Anthony Barr on now if you're going
the antithesis of a slide, I think you could argue. Exactly. Barkley has been a fantasy juggernaut. Juggernaut? Yeah.
Juggernaut, yeah.
Juggernaut. Averaging the 3rd most fantasy points per game. That's behind Patrick Mahomes and Todd Gurley. He's been effective as a pass catcher, particularly after the catch, has the 3rd most scrimmage yards in the NFL. More fantasy talk now. Matthew Berry on exploring the waiver wire.
A top quarterback waiver wire ad this week, Baker Mayfield. Look, I know Mayfield struggled against the Texans last Sunday, but I'm not giving up on him just yet. Last 4 games, Mayfield still ranks top 5 in the NFL in terms of yards per pass attempt. He's completing over 70% of his passes. And this week, he's getting a Panthers defense that's allowed multiple touchdown passes in 10 of their last 11 games. Mayfield still available in over 50% of ESPN leagues. My top running back waiver wire ad this week, Jalen Samuels. Now, we saw James Conner leave with an injury on Sunday night, and if we were to miss any time, I expect Samuels to be the biggest beneficiary. Very versatile player. Samuels actually had more receptions than carries in his college career, so look for him to be heavily involved in the short passing game. While his usage so far this year has been limited, over 20% of his touches have come in the red zone, so it's clear the Steelers like him in that area of the field. Samuels, available in over 95% of ESPN leagues. He's a must-have if you have James Conner on your team. My top wide receiver waiver wire ad this week, Adam Humphries. We keep talking about him. His recent production, no fluke. Since week 9, no player in the NFL has more receiving touchdowns than Adam Humphries. He also leads the Buccaneers with 26 catches in that span. And this week, Humphries facing a Saints defense that's already allowed 8 touchdowns to the slot this season, where Humphries runs the majority of his routes. I expect another strong game from Adam Humphries in week 14. Still available in over 55% of ESPN leagues. Want the most in-depth fantasy football information, or just, want to see a grown man talk to puppets? then you got to get the Fantasy Show. We're streaming all season long on ESPN+.